Okay, readers, we are in our packet for lesson 92's work today. So remember, this is the packet we're using for the Iditarod stories from our blue reading book. You'll use it for lessons 91 to 99. And you will want today to go to the lesson 92 page. Lesson 92. So before we read these and start working on them, in the rubric, part of the question is in my answer so that it makes sense to readers. So make sure you're doing that again today. Make sure you're getting part of that answer, or sorry, part of the question in your answer. So I'm going to help you get that set up for today. So question 1. In this story, Uncle Chad has a goal for the Iditarod. What is his goal? So there's a lot of ways we could start this. I'm going to start it with a capital U, right? Uncle Chad's goal. So apostrophe S because he owns the goal. It's his goal. Uncle Chad's goal is, and then you can finish it. What is his goal? And put a period at the end of that, right? So what is his goal? If you want to pause right now and fill that in, you can. Otherwise, I'm moving on to give you a starter for the second question. And you can come back to this one later if you'd like, or press pause to answer it now, and then move with me to number 2. What are the 2 reasons he did not reach his goal last year? Look for evidence near the end of the lesson 91 story. So scholars, you're going to have to look back at yesterday's lesson. Toward the end of it, you will find why he did not reach his goal before. So, to use words from the question, right, we can say he did not reach his goal because la 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 and la 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 la. Remember, we need 2 reasons. So your answer should have an and in it. So you've given 1 reason and a second reason. Now, if you want to pause and finish that one right now, you can. Otherwise, I'm about to explain this third question. You can come back to this one after that, or you can pause right now and answer it. So, question number 3, write about a time you have had a goal. When was it? And what happened? So, scholars, there's 2 parts to answer here, part 1 and part 2. And so make sure you're catching that. Right? So what happens means like, did you meet your goal? Did you not meet your goal? So when was it? Not A. A had. I had a goal to. Right? So what was your goal? Period. And then your second part of that, like what happened? I met the goal. I reached the goal. Right? Something like that. Tell me a little bit about what happened related to that goal. That is making the connection. So, scholars, if you're looking at how you're going to get your points, right, part of the question in your answer, I gave you good starters to help get parts of the questions into your answers. And then you get a point if you were correct on what Chad's goal is. And then you get a half a point for each reason he did not meet his goal. So back here to this second question, You get a half a point if you found one reason why, and a half a point for the second reason why he did not reach his goal before. So this one has a half a point plus another half a point, right, to make one whole point if you get them. Then here, a thoughtful self, text to self, or text to text connection. So here you're connecting it to yourself, right? A time you had a goal for something, and then what happened. So make sure this one's also going to be split into two halves, right? Half for the first part, telling me when you had the goal, and then half for the second part, what happened with that goal, right? Did you achieve the goal? Did you not achieve the goal? The goal, not the bowl. And then scholars, the last part, capitalization and proper punctuation, that one's always been split into two halves for me as well. Right? I give you a half a point if you correctly have capitalized, and a half point if you correctly punctuate the ends of your sentences. It gives a total of 5 points for your homework again today. So make sure you're working carefully and addressing all those parts in the rubric. Thanks for joining me, scholars. See you with the next lesson. Remember, submit a photo of this work to your teacher for today's assignment.